And I know the story of this 10-year-old boy who was on the Hifz track. He was memorizing Quran, and his mother was thrilled. That's all she ever wanted, was for one of her children to memorize Quran. And her son started memorizing surah after surah after surah, and he was totally like, yes, I want to be a Hafiz. The Hifz school, the program that he was a part of, all of the Hifz students were given iPods to help them memorize Quran. So he used the iPod all the time, while walking outside, while in the car, while in his bedroom, or around the house, memorizing his surahs, and the mom was thrilled. It seemed like it was all of a sudden, but it was gradual. The son lost interest in memorizing Quran, and he just told his mom, I can't do it anymore. I don't want to memorize Quran. And the mom was heartbroken. She was like, what happened? She felt like maybe he got, the evil eye. And so, but she told him, okay, just keep working at it. But he was like, no, I'm not interested in memorizing Quran. One day she walked into his bedroom, and she saw that he was on his iPod and his back was to her. And she saw that on his iPod, he was watching pornography. So when she and her husband investigated, they found out that this boy had been watching every single day for 2 years. Every single day, from the ages of 10 to 12, this boy had been watching. He is hopelessly addicted. It is one of the most tragic stories, because I've been involved with the family, trying to help and just be there. And this boy is much older now, and he's still addicted. The parents were really smart. They immediately got him into therapy. They got him into, and there's actually therapy, a program now for Muslims called Purify Your Gaze. So if there's anyone struggling with it, Purify Your Gaze is a program. And when she first approached them when he was 12 years old, they said, no, we only work with adults. And inshallah, your son will be fine, whatever. And so years went by, he's not fine, and all sorts of problems come about from it. This boy has been suicidal because there's so many times he's tried to quit and he has not been able to, and he keeps going back to it. And so he despairs, and he starts to feel like Allah can never forgive him. So they have him in therapy. They have him in therapy with the sheikh, who's there to help him and remind him of Allah's mercy, remind him why he can't despair. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is using this addiction just to break you. Allah is showing you that He's the master and you're the slave, and you have to just turn to Allah completely. Just helping him that way. But the thing about pornography addiction, which people don't realize, is studies show first and foremost that most addiction happens between ages of 10 and 12. The other thing is they've actually done brain scans, actual brain scans on children who are addicted to that. The hard wiring of the brain, the actual shape of the brain changes. It actually changes. There's a physical effect. So his parents are treating it like an addiction now, that they don't judge their son anymore. And recently the mom told me that after years of trying to deal with this, and they have a very open relationship with their son. The son will come to them and say, Mom, Dad, it's been a month, I haven't watched. And they'll be like, wonderful, alhamdulillah. Then he'll come and say, it's been 2 months, I haven't watched any. And then he'll come and say, I couldn't help it, I'm sorry. And he'll cry, and they'll hug him. And, so this is their life right now. And the mom told me recently, after years of dealing with this, her husband is this big, strong person, doesn't show much emotion. She said the other day he just hugged her son and just broke down sobbing, just cried and cried and cried, and told their son, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that this happened to you. And she said that it happened, with Allah's will, but she said the lesson they took from it is, she said, we broke the number one rule, which is that you don't have internet in your bedrooms. She said the fact that our son had an internet device in his bedroom was our biggest mistake. So pray for him, inshallah. It's a long journey, and they're trying to get him help. So what we as parents need to do is, we can't do anything about the affordability, so we need to take away the accessibility and the anonymity.